Think we are. Wonderful. Awesome. I think we are live now. Good, good. All right. I just showered, so my hair is like all over the place. So no point in putting product in it right now while it dries. But welcome everyone. Last time, I remember it took forever for some reason for my YouTube app on my iPad mini to pull up. So this time I thought ahead and I have an extra device here just in case. So yeah, welcome everyone. Hopefully everyone's been having a great June so far. I cannot believe that June is already about to be on its way out. It's really crazy how fast this year is going. 2024, I mean, if you really think about it, at the end of this month, it will already be half of the year gone. Half of the year gone, which is crazy. Here, I'm going to go ahead and shout out everyone here who made it a little bit early. Quick shout out as well. By the way, a very important person in my life gifted me this awesome t-shirt. It says even baddies get saddies in celebration for Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, which I will go over a little bit more in just a second. So thank you, Nicole. I really appreciate it. Awesome, badass shirt, right? Like, and it's so me too. Like, I would so rock this at the gym or something. But all right, iPad mini is ready to go. So all right, real quick, looks like we have a good bit of activity here, which I'm very thankful for. Also, by the way, quick warning. So my Wi-Fi, I don't know why, the speeds just dropped dramatically, like right before the stream. It's almost like the devil was like, nope, not today. But here we are, okay? So we're trying, in case there's some buffering, you guys just let me know. But we have Slow DRV saying, dropping my like before bed. Thanks, man. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys, I'm so thankful for y'all because like a lot of my friends and family and my coworkers and my friends, like what I like to mention is like, hey man, like one way you can really show your appreciation for me or just any kind of thank you is like, even if you're going to bed, even if you're busy, if you happen to get my notification or happen to remember that every Sunday and Wednesday I do live stream in the evenings, just drop your like. I get it, man. Like, not every time is someone gonna be in the mood to like, watch YouTube or whatever, or watch me, So, but those likes beforehand are very appreciated, and it's people like Slow DRV who allow this like goal to keep climbing. Which, by the way, I don't know if we're gonna be able to complete the like goal this time around. So the like goal is gonna be 49. On my end, I see that we have 23 likes, but as usual, as the live stream progresses, there tends to be more viewers, which in turn leads to more likes. So let's try to make it happen this time. Here, let me go ahead and start. I did forget some water. Alondra Reyes says, honest question, should I buy NVIDIA stock or is it too late? Very, very good question. Very good question. Then we have Jenna Rose saying, I think that's a you call. Yes, very much a you call. So, Alondra, as you know, and everyone watching, Mike, by the way, specifically, you might not like this live stream. This live stream is going to center around NVIDIA stock and AI bubbles in general, right? So the whole concept of what a bubble is in the stock market, and did we just encounter a blow-off top to NVIDIA stock? As you guys know, NVIDIA is the company that supplies all of our favorite cell phone and tablet manufacturers and computer manufacturers chips. So think, the biggest competition to NVIDIA would be AMD. But in terms of stock price, NVIDIA is absolutely killing the game. NVIDIA's out here doing things that no stock had. Well, I mean, a few stocks have done it before. And ironically, they have all ended the same way. So what we're trying to figure out this time is like, it's like the reverse of catching a falling knife is when will the top happen? So I'm going to answer your question. I mean, short answer is it's up to you. Like, I can't tell you. What I can say is what I have done and what my intuition tells me. Whether I'm right or wrong, I do have a lot of put spreads. So I'll talk about those in just a second and what they mean. So again, Mike, you can go ahead and probably close the tab. If you have other things to do tonight, my man, tonight is the night to do them because we're going to be talking a good bit of NVIDIA, AI, specifically Apple Intelligence, and then talk about the stock price and where I think it's going to go. Again, not financial advice, though. Mike says, hurry up, old man. Hey, I may be an old man, but hey, we're trying our best. We do have Mr. Carlos Delgado saying patience. I think Carlos Delgado meant to spell it Paypatience. Patience, get it? Patience. Because typically if you wait and if you're patient in the stock market, it typically tends to reward you, or things tend to go your way. Not always though. You have to know, I think it's one of the laws of power is knowing, mastering the art of timing, right? So like the law more or less says that hurrying betrays a lack of trust, and that whenever you can, you should seem like everything will come your way eventually, right? That doesn't mean don't stress out, or that doesn't mean like be late to everything now, right? Like don't do that. But what it more or less means is you have to know precisely when to stand back while things aren't yet ripe, and to strike fiercely once things have reached fruition. And for like Carlos knows that in the stock market, not only do you have to have patience, but you also have to have the willpower to be able to sell your position and get out of it. That way you secure your profits, and you don't end up holding the bag, which basically means you got finessed, you waited way too long, and now your position went exactly the opposite way than what you wanted. We have Mr. Mad Cow with the year. What's going on, Mad Cow? I really do appreciate you. Mike says June Schmoon. It went by so fast, man, I'm telling you. Miss History Buff says, hi, Juan. Hello, Miss History Buff. Nice to see you over here on the stream once again. Oh, random little tidbit. So my mom earlier, we were eating, and then she's like, what's on your chest? I'm like, and I was wearing like a button-down shirt, like a polo for work. I was like, nothing. She's like, let me see. And so then I finally showed her the chest piece. She's like, wait, show it to me all. I'm like, no, because I'd have to take off my shirt. And she's like, why did you get that? Show it to me. And then I showed her a picture or a rendition of it. She just shook her head and walked away. It was actually kind of funny. Let me see. So we have Mad Cow, when we gymming? Dude, I'm going to go after this live stream, actually. So I don't know if you're able to later this week. I mean, honestly, if you want to gym, bro, come, like, just hit me up. Like, I normally go, like, late at night. It just depends on the night. For example, I mean, today, Sunday, after my stream, it's nice to be rejuvenated with natural dopamine thanks to you guys hanging out with me. So that helps. But other nights, I mean, I'm just go with the flow. I kind of, the thing that I really like about my schedule is that it's not set in stone. It used to be very monotonous and very 9 to 5-ish. Not to like say that anyone who is a 9 to 5, there's people who prefer the 9 to 5, but I am very open to change. So I don't know, it's like a new adventure every week. It's always very different, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll have like a Tuesday, Wednesday off, and then I go to the gym in the mornings, and then other weeks I have maybe weekends off and I go in the evening. So it just kind of depends. But hit me up, Brody. Nicole is saying you're welcome. Yes, thank you. Shout out for the Baddies Get Saddies shirt. I think it's awesome. Plus, I mean, just look at it. Look at the cat with the popcorn. Like, it's perfect, right? So thank you so much. Mike is out here having a stroke, I think. We should check on Mike. Make sure he's okay. Please. Aaron says, hey, y'all, the 16th was Father's Day. The 18th was my birthday. The 20th was my mother's birthday. The 21st was my closest homie. And the 22nd was my other homie. Oh, and my daughter was the 2nd. Aaron, that is so cool, dude. You have so many close birthdays all together. That's awesome. Yeah, for me and my family, we're all very spread out. Let's see. We have my little nephews, my babies, as I like to call them. They are January babies, right? So January babies. Little brother is a March baby. My mom and stepfather are both July babies, although I think my mom is July 28th, technically a different sign for anyone that's into. I don't know the signs. I just know mine. I'm a Virgo. So then my birthday is in September. My late father, may he rest in peace, his is August 20th. And then my older brother is November. So yeah. We're all pretty spread out, but Aaron, that's awesome. That if anything, man, for you and your family, y'all might as well get together one of these years and just throw like a giga party, bruh. Like, just go ahead and make it omega big, and then that way you can say that you just celebrated everyone all at once. That's what I would do. That's my personal recommendation. I feel like that'd be lit, but hey, to each their own. Miss History Buff says, I ordered the new Solo Buds tonight. I had a gift card. Miss History Buff, that's cool. So the Solo Buds we have at work, and every now and then we sell people Beats, but I also have the Galaxy Pro Buds for my Ultra, which more or less acts as like my business or work phone. Those are nice too, though. But for some reason, it's especially very prevalent with like Gen Z and Gen Alpha, where like So us at AT&T, it's, whenever we sell accessories, we don't get paid on Apple branded accessories. Beats are excluded. So that means that if someone comes and says, hey, I would like to buy 2 pairs of AirPods Pro, that is $500 worth of net sales. And typically at where I work, we get a 5% kickback on all accessories, right? So let's do some quick math. On $500 worth of sales, a 10% commission would be $50, but I'm not getting 10%. I get 5%, which is half of that. So just half your 500, and you're at $25. However, because it's Apple branded, I don't get paid on that. So what I like to do all the time is come out with options, right? So I don't know if you guys know that marketing campaign by Coca-Cola. I think it was Coca-Cola, where intuitively, let me ask you this. Intuitively, if you had a business, right? Let's say you had a vending machine business, okay? And your vending machine was very much on your brand and you had your own color scheme and everything. Let's say your colors are, who knows, purple, red, and white. I don't know. The question is, do you put your vending machine far away from a competitor's vending machine, or do you put your vending machine right next to your competitors? And the answer psychologically, actually, for those that, it might be surprising to some, the correct answer is you should actually put it right next to your competitors, right? This is a common tactic that not people, but big companies use all throughout the United States. Have you ever wondered how off one street corner, on one side you got a Dunkin', on the other side you got a Starbucks, right? And you wonder, wait, why is that, And it's, so it's because of that. And the psychology becomes, if I just come out with Beats, right? If I just come out with one pair of Beats, mind you, they ask for AirPods Pro. I try to explain hey, Beats is now owned by Apple, so all the proprietary technology that's in AirPods is in Beats, and arguably Beats are better in terms of sound quality, in air quotes, because audio is subjective for a lot of people. So, some people just prefer, the louder bass, but they do have longer battery life. My whole point with all of this is, I bring out 2 options because the question no longer becomes, do I take the Beats? It becomes, which of these Beats should I choose? And so that helps in terms of sales, right? So salesmen use this tactic all the time, and it's all psychology, right? And so I do that. That way it's not just I don't like Beats, no, and then I don't get a sale. It's here, let me bring you options. I have Beats Studio Buds, I have the Beats Flex, I have the Beats Solos. Which of these interests you? Because then if I get that sale off those Beats, then I get paid my 5% commission. Man, come on, man. It's hard. It's tough out here, but I respect all professions. For real, I do, from all hustlers, businessmen, and I don't know if I can say this on this stream, but I respect all professions, hustlers alike. You already know how it is out here. Let me see, where was I? I ordered so Miss History Buff. Sorry, I went on a long tangent there. Miss History Buff. On the next stream, I assume you'll get them by then. So if you can tell us how those sound, definitely let us know. So Jenna Rose says, oh no, I pulled a mic here. Aaron says NVIDIA is a buy right now. It's so after I catch up with the whole stream, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know what I got going on with NVIDIA. And then you guys make your own conclusions, because all I'm going to do is put out this information forward, and then you come to your own conclusions. So that's all I'm going to say. Jennifer Huara says, what about the battery drain test? Yes. So on the iPads, you mean, right? So the timing on that, let's see. Today is Sunday, right? So Jennifer, and for everyone watching, question, would you guys like a premiere on Wednesday for the battery drain test, or would you prefer a live stream and then I upload it the following Thursday? Because at this point, I just have to voice record it, and I have everything imported that I need, and I have the translation as well. So as you guys know, this will be my first ever video that is in English and Spanish, and battery drain tests notoriously take forever to put together. They're really long. They're really in terms of size and formatting size on the computer, these videos, think about it. It's hours upon hours upon hours of filming. So it's, Yeah, it's the whole project, non-compressed, easily is more than 100 gigabytes. Easy, easy, easy. So Jennifer, yes, that's coming up, but let me know how you guys would like to see it, whether that's on a premiere on Wednesday. That means that I would not go live technically on next Wednesday because I would have the premiere, although I will be in the live chat as always. Or if you guys want the live on Wednesday, that's totally fine with me. We can keep the live on Wednesday. And then I'll just upload the video like on Thursday or something. Mike says no NVIDIA is a company right now. Wait, what? And then we have Tiffany Robinson. By the way, shout out Tiffany, first time on the live stream. We appreciate you over here on this side. Wait, I love that shirt. Where'd you get it? I think Shein. Yeah, so I was reading ahead and Nicole said Shein, it's unisex, and they got like 4 or 5 colors. Yes, I know. The shirt is pretty badass. Like, honestly, this shirt would look really nice in lavender or like a dark pine green as well, or burgundy, bruh. Burgundy. This shirt in burgundy would look so nice. Those are my favorite colors. Olives or pine greens. They can't be too dark though. And then burgundies. Oh, who doesn't like a nice burgundy color? Like, it's just, I mean, I like fall personally, but everyone has their own preference. But Stormy Day says, hi. Hello, Stormy Day. How are you? Mad Cow also says, hey, where'd you get the shirt, Nicole? Also, is that like a unisex? Hey, it looks like everyone is a big fan of the shirt, which no, the message still stands true. So guys, yes, this shirt was purchased for me in appreciation for men's mental health awareness. Now, I'm going to drop some real facts on you guys, right? So especially in Hispanic culture, it's something that's stigmatized, and I wish it wasn't this way. Mental health should always be prioritized. Think about it this way. Back in the day with physical illnesses, humans more or less had no freaking clue what they were doing. For example, look at the bubonic plague, which, plagued through Europe in the 1300s, the medieval period, and so like doctors had it all wrong. They assumed it was one thing, right? That's why you have those images of like the doctors and those creepy like beak masks and everything. So like they weren't aware that it was being spread by rodents, right? So like same thing with leprosy. Even before then, like people thought it was contagious. It obviously is not, but like people back in the day with leprosy would like just be outcasted, and they would forever just kind of be like animals at that point, because no one would even want to get near them. My point with all of this is that it wasn't fully understood, and as time has progressed, we understand medicine and technology more and more and more. We gain vaccines for diseases that more or less back in the day were death sentences. Think of polio, right? There's also other diseases that like back in the 80s, like HIV and AIDS as well, was like, it was a death sentence. Like if you got that, then you were also, there was like stigma back in the day with like HIV and AIDS where like people thought that it was like spread through saliva. Of course, now we understand it does not spread that way. And actually, with diseases like that, we're close to finding cures. I mean, at this point, you might have to be on medicine for life, but you'll be able to live the same lifespan and not transmit the disease to anyone, right? So my whole point with all this is that as time progresses, we are understanding more and more about our brains, right? And how important it is to actually like step outside and listen to nature, like be out there with the animals, with the birds, absorb some vitamin D, right? Like just have that fresh breath of oxygen into your brain. And so like mental health for me is utmost importance for me, right? So like stress is the silent killer. And I know my young men here on my live stream, I know that sometimes it's really tough because we all should value our mental health. But like what I was saying at the beginning of this whole spiel is that in my culture specifically, being Hispanic American, mental health isn't as prioritized, and it needs to be, right? I want that stigma to change because it's so important. Just like our bodies and these physical diseases that I was talking about earlier, you must think about your brain and your mental health as something similar, right? Like it's not a physical disease that like, ow, my brain hurts, even though arguably stuff can affect you so bad you get migraines and stuff like that. But anyway, it's the same thing. If you have poor mental health, then you're not going to sleep well. You're not going to be happy. You're going to be low on energy. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to see the beauty in life. But if you practice things that actually matter in your life and like practice good traits for your mental health, then I promise you'll see life way differently. You'll start to drink more water. You'll start to prioritize you and your body more. You'll eat healthier. You'll sleep better. You'll feel happier, right? You'll want to give out more to the world and put out that energy that should be put out and radiated. But sadly, a lot of the times people don't value their mental health, and so it's not important for them. And that's when, you know, mental health issues start to arise, such as like anxiety disorders or like depression, which I myself suffered when my dad passed. So anyway, long spiel, but to my young men out here, not just my young men, but everyone watching, right? If there's ever, you know, there's different hotlines you can reach. Don't feel like you're ever alone, especially everyone here watching. I know that I'm a busy dude. A lot of you guys watching are like close to my personal life. So I just want everyone to know that if y'all ever need anyone to talk to, or if you want to talk about mental health, hey, I'm a resource, and so I'm always happy to help. Okay, so I just wanted to let you guys know. Shout out to June being Men's Mental Health Awareness. Just really wanted to bring that at the forefront. Stormy Day says, I got my third Apple Watch band. It's a braided solo loop band, Watch Pride edition. Nice. And I'm most likely getting it tomorrow. I think I know exactly which one you're talking about. I showcased it for the Pride Band video review that I released a couple weeks ago. It's somewhere else. But no, that's a really nice braided solo. Very iconic. It's a very nice band. Jenna Rose says, my mom is Virgo. So I don't know, right? I really don't. But I want to say Virgos are definitely the best sign. No, I'm just kidding. I get described as a textbook Virgo. You know what I mean? So like calm, like resilient, like logical thinker, like, you know what I mean? Like leadership skills, stuff like this, communication. So like, at least from what I've heard, I don't really believe all too much in all that, like the signs and whatnot. Hey, teach their own. I don't hate though. But yeah, I mean, I more or less think that Virgos are awesome. I like Virgos actually. Well, I don't know if I have that many close Virgo friends. I don't think so. I feel like I'm like one of few Virgos around of course, there's millions of Virgos out in the world, but I'm talking about like within my friend group. I don't feel like I have a lot of Virgos in my friend group. Stormy Day says, and I bought it new old stock on eBay for $31. Nice. Not too bad. $31 for a band that retails for $100. Hey, bro, I would say that that's pretty good. Mad Cow Apple's freaking stingy, bro. Bruh, been known that. Apple wants the dinero, yes. Nicole says Sheen. It is unisex, and they've got like 4 or 5 colors. Wait, I already went over that. So thank you for that information, Nicole. Hey, send a link. If I don't know if it'll permit you to put a link in my live stream. Probably not, but I mean, yeah, Sheen. So baddies get saddies, just know. Or even baddies get saddies, which is true. Miss History Buff, I'm a baby boomer, but I buy tech like Gen Z. Yes, Miss History Buff. That's why you're so beloved on my channel, and that's what I love about technology. It doesn't matter the age. It's for everyone if you want it to be. I know that Miss History Buff, I've explained before that like at my job at AT&T, I wish more people from your generation would embrace technology. Like, it's definitely here to stay. It's not a fad, right? And I just wish more people were open to understanding the power and capability of technology rather than be afraid of it, right? Like, of course, like with all things in the world, things are used for malicious purposes, right? But on the surface level, the internet is way more useful than it is dangerous. Again, that's not to say that it's not. Yes, of course it is, but you know, as technology advances, it's becoming more useful to us as a human race. When it gets overboard and we have these AI robots actually like taking over the world, who knows? It might be too late then, but as for the time being, I mean, hey, you know, it's here to stay. Fatima with the Canadian maple leaf flag. By the way, I don't know whose TikTok page is similar to mine. Probably nobody, but I forget what account it is, but it's Stewie. Basically, it's the voice of Stewie saying, guess which country this is, right? And he gives you 10 clues. And so if you answer in the first clue, you get 10 points, right? Stuff like that. And Fatima, the number one clue was this tricolor flag has a maple leaf in the middle. And I was like, Canada. This is way too easy. So I just fast forwarded. Yep, Canada. So that is my For You page. I like to get tested on countries based off of clues. I know. Pretty nerdy. Will you show us your back tattoo when it is done? Fatima, wait, my back tattoo is done. So I only have like a what's it called? It's a Slipknot tattoo, and it runs down all the way down my spine. I don't know that I'd show it on camera. I feel like I'd be too shy. I mean, I haven't shown my full chest piece officially, and I don't think I will. Yeah, no, I might have pictures on my Instagram with it. It's running down all my spine. It really hurt. It was my first tattoo ever as well. It was funny. I remember the tattoo artist was like, buddy, buddy, this is your first tattoo. Are you sure? And I'm like, yes, run it. I'm positive. So it's nice. Jennifer says, is the iPad Air color Starlight look like silver? I want it to match my silver laptop. So no, it actually looks more champagne-like. So we have a demo unit at work, and it's not exactly silver. So it's like a silver with like, you know, the warm shield on iPhones that like later on at night you can turn on, and it makes the screen a little red, eliminating the blue light so that it's easier on your eyes. So imagine that effect on silver, kind of, right? It's just warmer. It has yellow tints to it, sometimes even like slight amber tints to it, just depending on the lighting. So, yeah. Jenna says, I have a brain surgery. Ow, my brain. Jenna, I'm sorry. Hopefully everything goes well with you in regards to that. I know the history of your accident and stuff like that, so hopefully that surgery goes well for you. Mike says, Jenna, Juan will do that to you. I don't know what my sign is or what it means or what it does or what it's about or when I was born or who I am or what my purpose is. Who am I? Why was I put on this rock? Am I just here to suffer? Damn. Mike, that got pretty morbid. Why? Why did it take such a dark turn there at the end? Damn. Mr. Carlos Delgado says, NVIDIA puts bet. All right, so let me show you guys, especially for like Miss History Buff and also Carlos, and I believe Vicente is into stocks as well. So at this point, Mike, if you want to put this on mute for 10 minutes, go for it. Or if you need to go do something else, 10 to 15 minutes, come right back. And by then, I think I should be done with this. Well, I've been streaming for 25 minutes, and it feels like I've been streaming for 2. Kind of crazy how that works. But no, okay, so look. This is for educational purposes only, and of course, this is not financial advice, nor is this any form of gloating or showboating. It is legitimately for educational purposes. I'm already seeing that in the 24-hour market. As you guys know, the market opens tomorrow at 9:30. It looks like we're already seeing bear across the board. We have Bitcoin being down 2%. We have, let's see, SPY. SPY is what NVIDIA is down 67 cents overnight. So, all right, guys, look. For a lot of you guys that are novice investors or just starting, this may sound like gibberish, and it probably will. So these are NVIDIA put debit spreads, okay? And I have 90 of them. So basically, the way that put spreads work, and by the way, with a put debit spread, it's in the name, okay? So put debit means that you have to pay in to enter this bet. So with options, it's one or the other. Either you pay in to enter the bet, kind of similar to just buying stock, right? It's a debit. Your brokerage account is debited, aka you are giving money for a stock, or in this case, for this put spread, right? The opposite of that would be like a call credit spread, which is the inverse strategy of what I'm doing. But there you receive a credit up front. So you actually get money. However, you have an obligation to fulfill your end of the bargain in the event that you're wrong. So anyway, I know that sounded like a lot, but let's focus on what we have at hand. A put debit spread basically means that you want the underlying stock, in this case, you want NVIDIA to go down, okay? So I have 90 of them, and the average cost of each was 23 cents. For all of my options traders, you know that that's $23, right? So the way that put debit spreads works is that they are a risk-defined strategy. What that means is that you know exactly how much money you are putting on the table, and you know exactly how much you stand to lose. So in this case, with a put debit spread, if I paid $23 per position, that means that I am basically fronting up $23. I stand to gain 100 minus 23, which is $77, right? 23. Yeah. So I'm betting $23 to make $77. That completes $100. And that is why with a put debit spread, that's why they're labeled as NVIDIA 118 and 117 puts, right? So the difference in those strikes is $100, right? You can increase the strike, but that's overcomplicating things, and I don't want to get into that because already what I'm saying probably sounds foreign to just about everyone here watching except maybe Carlos. But all right, let's continue, right? So what am I doing here? What's my bet, okay? basically what I am saying with these, oh, and by the way, this put spread is actually, you see how at the very end it just kind of crashed? Sometimes that happens, but it's incorrect. So come Monday morning when the market opens, then it'll adjust. But basically what I'm saying right here is that I am betting that NVIDIA will be under $117, and I have an expiration date. My expiration date on this specific spread is the 19th of July. And this one right here, no, that's the 19th of July, which is less than a month away, mind you, less than a month away. I have an additional 17 put spreads, the same kind of strategy, except these are 121 or 122 puts, meaning that the puts are higher, meaning that I'm closer to being right on these because the put strike is higher. All right. I know there's a lot of confusion already. Bear with me. We're almost there. Okay. So again, what I want is for NVIDIA to be under $117 before or at expiration. So all I need is on July 19th, what I require is for NVIDIA to be underneath $117 and jackpot, baby. At that point, I will make $77 per open position. I bet 23 to make 77. And of course, this isn't just like, hey, I feel lucky, I think this is what's going to happen. This is backed up by technical analysis. I read NVIDIA's balance sheet, right? Like the valuation is insane. I think just last Thursday or Wednesday, NVIDIA's market cap, so this is how big companies are more or less graded in terms of how big they are, is by their market cap. NVIDIA was #1 in the world. It surpassed Microsoft and Apple. And it's just, it kind of gives you clues, right? Because it's baffling how. Make this make sense. This is how you know euphoria and people are just getting greedy at this point. How is the company, all right, chipsets are found inside here, right? So there's a chip inside here. This is Apple Silicon, of course, or like if you have an Android, you more than likely have a Snapdragon, which, you know, NVIDIA is part of that process. How is it that the chip company that are found inside the phones, how is that company more valuable than the phone company itself? It would be like, imagine if the camera sensors, let's just say that they were owned by Kodak. I don't know, right? Imagine if Kodak, the camera supplier, was more valuable than the phone itself, which has the camera. Am I making sense? So like, this is how you know it's just like, whoa. Another analogy would be like, imagine with your cars, right? Imagine a tire brand being more valuable than damn Ford itself, right? So it's just kind of like, wait, that doesn't make sense. There's a lot of euphoria. There's a lot of people piling in right now when they probably should not. There's going to be a steep correction, and we may have seen it already on NVIDIA these past 2 days. So we just have to wait and see. Obviously not financial advice. I could be wrong, right? I will update you guys on July 19th. But as of right now in the 24-hour market, it seems like NVIDIA's already down anyway, right? So in the after hours, in the 24-hour market, we're down 41 cents. So technically we are still down, but in the 24-hour market, we barely have any volume. So we'll just have to wait until 9:30 tomorrow for pre-market. That'll give us a good idea. But it seems like the stock market is going to tumble a little bit. Tesla's already down 0.5% in the 24-hour market. Let's see, anything else worthy of mention? Amazon is down 0.3 points. Not too bad. Sorry, I had a burp there. So we'll just have to wait and see. I also have triple Q puts, just puts straight up there for the 480 strike. So I have 5 of them for an average cost of $5.93 per contract. And puts are very straightforward. Puts, you just want the underlying to go down. And you do have an expiration date as well. And I have it for the 480 strike, which means all I'm hoping for is for the triple Qs to be under $480. For every dollar that it goes down, that is the equivalent of $100 in theory in profits. So if triple Qs goes from 480 to 470, that's a 10-point difference. So that is in actuality $1,000 worth of intrinsic value times 5. So that'd be $5,000 because I have 5 put spreads. Or no, not put spreads. I have just general puts. I bought puts, right? I used to really like credit strategies, but what I realize about receiving money up front is that there's way more risk. It's easier to pay money into a play, and if you lose, you're like, well, damn, I lost my $27, and you move on, right? You just let your position die nobly if that's what it's going to do. Wait, hold on. Why is it AT&T? Oh, AT&T stock was up a lot. All right, so I know that I went on a super deep tangent about stocks, and I may have lost a lot of people. Understandable, because this shit is complicated as hell. I'm not even going to lie. This stuff it's like that kind of stuff where you just have to be in the market. You have to pay tuition, as I like to say. You have to lose a little bit of money in the stock market to understand. And then that way in the future, you're like, oh, wait, I'm never doing that again. So, all right, let me go ahead and catch up here. Jenna says, Mike, I actually have one too. Stormy Day says, remember the $18,000 Apple Watch edition? Yeah, I think Mike has. Wait, Mike, what do you have? You have like a gold-plated one, right? Vicente says, once I pay off my debt, I'm going to go hard in investing. Hey, bro, you got to come my way, bro. All I charge is a bag of Takis. A big one, though. It's a Fiesta size. That is what I charge for my expertise and knowledge, and it is due every 2 months. So just remember that. Every 2 months, I require payment in Takis. That is a friend BOGO deal that I just kind of offer to my close friends and acquaintances. So, yeah. Mike, Juan, you're a fad. Damn, just like that. Mike, once I pay off my debt, I'm going to take on even more debt, Vicente. Bruh, LOL, rip. Jenna Rose said brain injury, dog. Oh, yep. So hopefully everything goes good with that. We also have Jennifer Juarez saying, wait, Vicente, what are you in debt for? You don't have to answer. Vicente trying to flex that tattoo by lifting the shirt sleeve. Nah, I'm really not. Oh, yeah, I have 300 of them. Wait, you have 300 of what? Just credit cards and school debt. Oh, what are you studying? Doing computer science, software engineering. Oh, I hear that's hard. And Vicente just, yeah, with the ... That's funny. Ellen Goodman, Juan Manuel. Hello, nice to see you here. Ellen on the live once again. We do have Jenna Rose. Mike, I'm sleepy. LOL. Jennifer, same. I'm getting a little sleepy too. And this is not good because I'm going to the gym. Mike, is he still talking? I'm dead. I'm so dead. This is funny. Yeah, well, I'm done. I'm done with the NVIDIA and the stock market stuff. So the confusion has now subsided. I'm back to speaking like a regular human, okay? Aaron, NVIDIA is overvalued, but at the forefront of Antle out chipsets. AI rollout. Dude, I know. That's why it's hard, man. Like, I'm hoping my position goes my way. Either way, I'm already green. And I have a stop loss already in mind. And a stop loss just basically means that, like, let's say, so I want NVIDIA to go down, right? And it's already been going down. So, like, technically I've been right. And I've been, like, my position has increased in value, which is good for me because ultimately, remember, I paid money to buy into this position. So the idea is I want to sell it later at a more expensive price. So that's the idea, right? Like I said, it's like buying stock. All right, y'all, I'm back. Yo, when my computer screen turned off, I'm not sure if y'all got the no, but I'm back. All right, I should be back here in the next few seconds. Thank you, guys. I'm charging my MacBook now, so it's hard having just 3 USB ports. So I will say that. Very hard just having 3 USB ports. Guys, if y'all can give me a quick thumbs up. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Literally was halfway into an interesting conversation. We do also have a super chat I already see here highlighted in the bright green. But guys, let me know that I'm back with a quick thumbs up. If you guys can give me a thumbs up, please, that would really, really help. I think I'm back, though, so sorry about that. All right, I'm seeing the thumbs up. Awesome, cool. Sorry, guys, there's like 20 things while I'm live streaming that I have to worry on at the same time. Lighting, camera, batteries, live chat, me not being stupid, you know what I mean? So we're back. And if anything, I think that helped. I see that I have 29 people tuning in right now. Let me see. So Jenna Rose said, riddle me this, Batman. Why don't they teach us about stocks in school while we have to learn a bunch of useless crap? Stormy Day. Well, are you ready for my personal opinion? And I know precisely why they do it. Okay, so I've had many years pondering about how the universe works, why things are the way that they are. And think about it. Governments do not like a population of well-educated and informed citizens, right? If you think about the United States in general, yes, we are technically a constitutional republic. However, it's very clear to see that it's profit over anything in this country. And yes, we're a capitalist country, but like this country is ruled and more or less governed by the rich and wealthy corporations. Think of those rich families with all of that influence, right? So you can't tell me, it's like kind of like, I think it was one of Pablo Escobar's quote that nobody on earth is incorruptible, right? So everyone has a price, or that's allegedly what he would say, that everyone has a price, right? So you mean to tell me that our representatives, think Nancy fucking Pelosi, sorry for the F-bomb. Nancy, some of my viewers watching, especially like Carlos would know, Nancy Pelosi is the queen of insider trading, which is illegal as hell for regular people like you and me. But why does she as a politician get a pass? So like her and her husband have made fortunes. I'm talking millions upon millions of dollars because they have influential people that are either NVIDIA investors or actually NVIDIA employees or CEOs. They're in cahoots. They're buddies. So you really mean to tell me that that information isn't passed amongst one another? Like, it's clear bribery and corruption at its finest. It is right in our faces, right? So when you have these people who understand how money works and they understand how to multiply money, which, by the way, for those that don't know, investing is the number one way to generate wealth in this country. Real estate being a close second. But with investing, you can literally multiply your money several factors just by being patient, right? So like if you hold on to it for the long run, man, you're going to make a ton of money. And not only that, but a lot of stocks pay dividends. So dividends are like little thank you payments that companies can give you. They're not obligated to, but like with a dividend, let's say you're a company. Let's say you have a startup and you end up growing so big that eventually every quarter, if you're publicly listed, you have to state your profits, right? Your net total profits, right? So at that point, it is you and your board of directors' decision on like, hey, how are we going to spend our profits? What do we do with it, right? Do we just leave it in cash? Do we reinvest it right back into the company, which is like what a lot of tech companies do? Think like Square, Roku, Tesla. They don't pay dividends. Or with very well-established companies that arguably can't grow to that same parabolic level anymore. Think about like Coca-Cola, Walmart, Home Depot. You know, these are very well-established companies that have been here for years and years and years. And while their profits are always growing, them themselves as a company, it's hard for them to grow at that same parabolic level because they're already well-established. A lot of these companies pay their shareholders dividends as a small little thank you for like believing in them, right? So that's how that works. Also, let me give a quick shout out to Ellen Goodman for the $5 super chat. They're never, ever expected, but they're always appreciated. So thank you so much for your $5 super chat, Ellen. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, Stormy Day, they don't want us to be educated because think about it. If we all knew the keys to wealth, then what's going to happen to their hordes of money? They're going to have less of it and we're going to have more of it, which is why they don't teach this in schools. That's exactly why. So yeah, this is why it's so important just to learn. I'm so big on financial education, guys. Like if only y'all knew. Bill Jr. Lee, if you had to pick only one band, including specific color, which one would it be? Bill Jr., I don't know if this is the first time I've seen you here on the live streams. I want to say it is. If it is, shout out to you, Mr. Bill Jr. Lee. Nice to have you here. Your question changes. I mean, your question for me is that it changes every day. But honestly, if I had to put it on one, and this is for the sheer sentimental value, I would say it's this woven nylon. Now, for those that have been watching my channel for a long time know exactly why this ordinary looking band is my favorite. But this is what started my whole journey. This was the first band that I purchased separately from, not including the one that came with my Apple Watch. I jumped into the Apple Watch train during the Series 2. Yeah, all the way back in the Series 2. And so I got this. Matter of fact, I have it right here. My original Nike one came. It was a Nike Series 2. It came with this I think this is platinum and white Nike Sport Band. I think Mike will get me in trouble if it's wrong. Don't worry. He'll be there. He'll tell me. He'll call me a fake fan or whatever. I don't know. That's because I can't memorize 500 band colors like he can, right? Like, you know. So that was my first band that started it all. So arguably it'd be that one. But if I want something a little bit more formal, I would say that it is, where is it? All right, so I think I've already worn it, and I have it in my little cubby of bands that I've worn. It's basically this one, except it's tan, so it's almost saddle brown in color, and it has the same blue, like, link colors as this does. And I just feel like that matches up so well. Of course, I'm a little biased with my tattoo sleeve, but I just think it looks so terrific against the sleeve. So, again, my opinion only, but... Let me go ahead and try to go through this a little faster because I do need to go ahead and get to the gym. Sorry for the burp. Oh, dang, why not say anything with it? Did he freeze? Oh, this is when I froze. Damn. All right, so Carlos Delgado with the SMH. Aaron Thumbs, hi. This was everyone letting me know that I'm back. Aaron says, because America needs workers, so why teach you to compete? School teaches you to work. That is absolutely right. Like, I mean, if you look at the similarities of, like, school, it's a schedule. It's like there's a bell, right? Like if you're late, then you get reprimanded, right? So it's legitimately like building you into a worker. It's just like work. You're on a schedule. Most times than not, for a lot of, these big factories, there's a specific time where lunch is at, like, and everyone congregates and eats. Then there's a bell or a whistle or whatever it may be, but then it's, hey, back to work, right? And so it's kind of like how schools are here, the public school systems here at least. And so, like I said, the more that I age, I'm just like, wow, like, hold on. Like, I need to, like, figure out this knowledge because it's out there. It's out there. It's just also the propaganda is going to have us just really much. If you've noticed, a lot of Americans are not well-traveled, right? And that's because this government, in my opinion, is very good at just being like, hey, just stay here. Like, I know there's other countries out there, but don't look at them. Like, look at us. Look at how awesome we are, right? Like, it's just us. Focus on us, And so that's why a lot of Americans don't travel. And so it robs them of experiences, of different cultures, of experiencing different ways of life. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, this world is crazy, man. I love how this conversation, turned out. It rather annoys me. Vicente with the W. Ellen. Yup, W. Ellen for the $5 donation. It's awesome. It's really nice. Aaron, college makes specialized workers. Ingenuity makes wealth. Yes, it does. King Sakar, my boy King Sakar, what's up? How's it going, man? Nice to see you here. I love to see some of my regular viewers whenever y'all just pop in for a quick minute and say, hey to me. It really means a lot. And then finally, Fatima says, what band started off your channel? And so, yeah, it was that one. I would credit that band for being the one that started it all. All right, y'all. My throat is drying up, and I think it's time for me to go lift some weights. I do need to take my creatine. I'm now on creatine HCl, which is different from monohydrate. With monohydrate, for all of my men and women who have weightlifted before watching, you'll know that creatine, I mean, on average, more men take it than creatine than women do, because creatine holds and retains water in your muscles for longer. Therefore, it allows you to get a better pump because you have more H2O, i.e. more oxygen in your muscles to help you lift heavier. And on top of that, during recovery, all that water retention kind of helps your muscles grow, right? Because of that excess in water. The difference is that HCl, there's no load up phase. So with monohydrate, you kind of have to take a lot in the first 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 days. You just have to read the directions and however big the portion sizes are. But with HCl, you just take it and go. So yeah, that's the difference. If anyone is into weightlifting, check out creatine HCl. Just know it's very acidic. It tastes horrible, so you have to mix it in like orange juice. If you do it just with water, it tastes like an Alka-Seltzer almost, right? It's like that very acidic taste. But yeah, so I have to take my creatine and get ready for the gym. So guys, I think I'm going to cut it here. Like I said, next live stream, I may or may not do it as a premiere for that battery drain test. So I'm just going to, I guess, decide on that one. But until next time, let me go ahead and read the rest of this. Stormy Day says, so what do you think was the worst and best Apple Watch to Apple Watch upgrade? Oh, so worst and best. So best Apple Watch upgrade, I'd say, was from the Series 3 to the Series 4. Game changing, right? I know that was like years and years ago, but it finally went to like more of a modern looking smartwatch rather than that square thing, right? And the bezels were big on the Series 3 anyway. A bad upgrade, though, I'd say like the Series 7 to the Series 8, or like now, the Series 8 to the Series 9. Just very few incremental upgrades. They're not really worth it. Like if you have a Series 7, you don't need a Series 9 necessarily. You don't need a Series 8. So I think from the Series 7 to like Series 9 era, it more or less is the same Apple Watch. It's just Apple is, of course, going to hype up whatever is new about it. So yeah, that's my opinion. Man, this morning I was researching U.S. immigration, and damn, it's hard to be a U.S. citizen now. It is, bro. It's always been really hard, but now it's getting even harder. Jenna, H2O is water, though, not oxygen. Correct. It's not oxygen, but it contains oxygen, though. King Sakar, there's like 123 years waiting on a green card. Exactly. Like the life expectancy of humans isn't even 123 years. So basically they're telling you in your face, like, my boy, this is impossible. All right, guys. So definitely going to get ready for the gym. Thank you to everyone who pulled up, and thank you to all the new viewers. I very much appreciate it. I love, again, to see new viewers. And likewise, I love to see some of my regular viewers come on and just say hi to me. So as usual, guys, make sure to drink your water. Stay hydrated. It's getting really hot out here in Georgia, in good old Georgia. And with that, clocking out for now. Everyone, please be safe. Take care of yourselves and each other. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. I really got to remember to charge my MacBook. Oh, well. Stuff happens.